a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium. Out inside this building, and just a few shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
And that's why Dalvin Cook is the Minnesota Vikings featured back. You put the ball in his hands, good things happen. Second in the NFL last year in rushing with 1,557 yards. And that's now back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons with 30 combined total touchdowns. What a player is Dalvin Cook.
They run again on first down. Cook, and some room to work. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 25-yard line. And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. But what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. And they catch the ball.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Greg Joseph on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Vikings 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fields this way up at the 17.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 26. Throwing to start the drive. Wilson. And right away, he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far there.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. A short kick taken at the 18. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end Everett. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And Gerald Everett makes a good catch there for a first down, and he was signed away from the Seattle Seahawks division rivals, the Rams, after 4 years in L.A. backing up Tyler Higbee. He's excited about his opportunity in the Pacific Northwest. Last year, 41 catches, a career high.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big connection on that one. 37 yards.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Dwayne Eskridge, his second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
14, Seahawks 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 69 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
On 2nd down, it's Cook. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner. than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Play fake. Cousins. He's going deep for Brown. And this one is incomplete.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
Throwing, Cousins. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he'll take it across midfield and down the 48-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. First down with Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. This is Carson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
Play action. It's Wilson. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
Here's Wilson. And he's got it. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. They'll try to run with Carson. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
Play action now. Cousins. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
But one thing you always like about Quandre Diggs is his ability to bring his cornerback build and skills to the safety position. Had a career-high 5 interceptions to lead the Seahawks in 2020, where he was a first-time Pro Bowler. I love the way he plays in the secondary.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Being chased, and a big loss here as he's taken down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Dennard. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Dwayne Eskridge elects to bring it out. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. That's complete to DK Metcalf. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Wilson. Flush to his right. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. From the 44, Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So on is Jason Myers. He's hit from as long as 58 in his career. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Final play of the half, Cousins. He's going deep for Brown. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. Fields this way up at the 17, and he'll be stopped up at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Now it's Wilson. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From midfield now, here's Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Carson, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They go play action with Wilson. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Michael Kendricks able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. Dancing. Here's a diving catch right side. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Cousins on 1st down. He's going to get this one down to Cook. Well, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 41-yard line.
On 2nd down, Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They run it again with Cook. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line. 108 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. On 1st down, it's Cook. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Tracy Walker in on the tackle. 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. They go play action. Cousins. Open man here is Conklin. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to swing the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On play action, Cousins. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 24-yard line. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go. Now Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. The kick by Joseph is good. And that will bump the lead up to 11. 7. So that CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Forced out to his left. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. And this a quick slant to Lockett. Touchdown, Seahawks. Tyler Lockett. His second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks have made it a 1-score game again here in the fourth. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Wilson going to throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. The 20. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
On second down now, it's Cook. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. Off the play fake, Cousins. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And they will finally put an end to the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They go back to Carson here on second. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter.
26-26.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. Nwangu now from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
First and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. Flushed out right. His throw incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
What has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right. Hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he's brought down.
Chris Carson, the ball carrier. First and goal, Seattle.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got it 1st and goal, looking to take the lead here in the late going. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. They do tack on the extra point as well, and they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive or no? And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They run again with Carson. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Wilson to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12. A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles, and really the difference, obviously, was that 4th quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with